All right. All right. So I'll just start off with point number one I made was it defeats the unanimous nature of this bill passage in the House. Number two, forces everybody to vote. It doesn't matter if some people vote nay or no. It can still pass by a majority. So he's not defeating the bill. All he's defeating is this unanimous nature of it and the procedure that they want right now. He wants to expose anybody and everybody. You can vote. You want to say yes, no problem. You want to say no, no problem. But it'll be on the record. Who says yes and who says no? Number three.
Hold on. Slow down.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Say number three, but then we got to go back to number two.
Right. Number three, more importantly, it takes the power out of the speaker. Because if it's unanimous, the speaker can simply just squash it. She can say no on her own. But if you have a solid vote on it and it has passed the vote, she cannot say no on that at that point. Then it has to go to either the other chamber or to the president. If they make any changes, it has to go to the other chamber. If the other chamber has already approved it, then it goes as is to the president for his approval to become law. So these are the three.
Wait. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So I think it's important that Pelosi does not have the final say in it, either credit-wise or whatever she wants to play with this, and it'll also expose what's going on right now. And number four is it gives the opportunity to people who oppose it to express their opposition.
Right. That's where I'm confused. Let's go back to number two, because here's what I don't understand. I'm reading his tweet, right? Thomas Massie tweets, It's pretty clear now, with enough members here to pass the bill, that Pelosi and McCarthy are still working together to block a recorded vote just to insulate members of Congress from, in caps, accountability. Biggest spending bill in the history of mankind and no recorded vote. I thought every bill, I guess I'm very ignorant. I thought every bill had to be voted on by both chambers of Congress, and then it was sent to the president.
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. If it's unanimous, there has to be no vote on it.
How do we know if it's unanimous? So everybody,
because nobody says I oppose. Nobody says I oppose, and whoever's present right there, nobody says I oppose, and it's fine.
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh, okay, everybody. Everybody's good? Yeah. Okay, it's unanimous, right? We're going to say, right. Why don't they just, if it's so unanimous, why not just have a vote on it? Everybody vote unanimously?
Because they don't want to work most of the time. They don't want to work. And now, especially now, they don't want to go back and do this. Oh,
right. When did they leave D.C. then? When did everybody leave? Or have they been remote?
Probably before they asked everybody else to stay at home. They probably remember the rats are the first ones to jump ship. So
right.
I'm sure a lot of rats jumped ship before they allowed us to stay at home. Yeah.
Gotcha. So Representative Massie is saying, no, everybody's got to come back to D.C. and vote on this. Why can't they just do a remote roll call vote? Because there's no rules providing for that.
Correct. Yes. And he wants them to put in the work and actually come and face everybody else. Another issue with remote is there's a certain background to everything. Why can't we just make it remote? Because we cannot make it secure. What if a couple of congressmen are holding money in their hand to vote that way, or somebody else is holding a gun at their head to vote that way? We cannot make this secure. And the United States of America, right now it may seem okay because it's coronavirus, but if we're going to nuclear war and we get all these yeses remotely or no's remotely, that could mean literally life or death. for America or the rest of the world. So no, so that's why these procedures,
that's 100%
it's
an issue.
extremely critical. If you can't do your job, give up your job. But right now you've been elected, you wanted this job, you ran for this job, and you got it. So you do it. It's like the garbage pickup guy. The garbage pickup guy still comes to your house. He picks up garbage. He cannot pick it up remotely. Because of the nature of the job, it makes it critical that the job be actually performed. The guy who picks up your crap has to be present. And these guys, this whole process is BS. It's full of crap. So they have to show up. Wherever there's crap, you got to show up. These are your garbage pickup guys. And now they want to do remote. So that's why.
So this guy, he's probably a member of the House Freedom Caucus, right? I assume. I don't know, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I have no. He's not famous, and unfortunately, I have not much understanding of who he is, but just knowing that he's a libertarian and from Kentucky, I'm not surprised that he's doing this. And now two things can come out of this. He can back down from it. I hope he doesn't, because if he's doing it for the reasons I'm stating and he's stating, perhaps, then he shouldn't back down. And it's not a big, it's not a big deal. These guys delayed this for a week now.
Yeah,
and now they're complaining about voting?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Come on over. We just need the majority. We don't need all of you to appear either. Just a majority has to appear, and we'll get it done.
Right. They're scared. They're also scared. They shut down the country because they're so scared of getting the coronavirus, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
That's so funny. But yeah, this is interesting. So everybody's shitting on him, including Trump, right? Who's like, kick him out of the Republican Party. He's holding stuff up, right? But it's like, no. You guys got to come back, right? You guys got to come back and vote on this.
Correct.
Yep. Show your vote so you can be held accountable.
Yep. This is not a delaying tactic. Technically, this is not a delaying tactic. Everything that happened before this were delaying tactics.
Right. This guy wants to follow the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's crucify him because he wants to follow the rules. Like, who's crazy, right?
Yep. So what happens is the chairperson, if there are no objections, right, the chairperson can say, unanimous, I'm good, here, president, or the speaker. So the speaker basically now has the power. Why do you want to give speaker the power?
Right. Yep.
You're there to do a job, and you have reasons.
Yeah. We've got however many congressmen, not one congressman.
Yeah. So that's my take on it, and we'll see. I mean, maybe somebody will listen and comment, and maybe we are wrong completely about this analysis. And this is a delaying tactic by him, as everybody, including Trump, saying. But Trump is going to say whatever he wants to say.
And everyone's got right, whatever. Yeah.
Trump is not your legislator. Trump is an executive.
Right.
Firstly, we shouldn't be listening to a parallel equal arm of the government about this. It's the same thing now. Listen, guys. When you get upset when Ginsburg says something about Trump and say, well, she's a judge, she shouldn't be commenting about Trump, it's the same thing. Trump shouldn't be. Well, let me take that back. Anybody can comment about it. Anybody can comment about anybody, but we should not give that importance to that comment. We should be up in arms the same way some people were up in arms when Ginsburg called Trump an idiot or stupid or whatever she called him. Same. This is the same thing. It's an equivalent. Now, the executive branch is pointing fingers or making fun of the legislative branch. All these branches are important. All this guy, Massie, is saying is, legislative branch, let's do our job.
Oh, good. I like when they argue over each other, It's like, cool, fine. They can have problems with each other.
That's why we sent them there. That's why we sent them there. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this branch. We would just elect a president, and he would do whatever he wants. Or better still, we wouldn't vote for anybody, and the president would still do whatever he wants, like Venezuela. or one of those countries, or Iran.
Right.
They do whatever they want.
Right.
They're not elected. They don't need to be elected.
Right. Yep.
So we don't live in that country, and we should be glad we don't live in that kind of country. They are wasting more time talking about his delaying tactics and delaying the process than just getting their job done with masks on.
Yep, right.
You don't have to scream yes or no. You can just say thumbs up or thumbs down. Yeah, you can do that with respirators on. You can do that.
This is just right. This is like you got the guy, like the people who don't want to do the job right. It's exactly what you're saying, and this is, everybody has probably experienced this to some degree in normal life, where you've got
with
the people who don't want to do the
or
job.
Even private,
no,
yeah.
I just mean in normal life, right? You've got a situation where like you got like a group of people and they're lazy and they just want to get out of there. They're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to finish the job, right? And you're like, dude. And then you have the one nerd who's like, dude, we have to follow the rules, right? And that's what this guy's being. And that's exactly what you need, like.
Yeah.
We have a rule of law, so you have to follow the laws, and you have to not just follow them, like that has to be the case, you have to perform that. Otherwise, they don't mean anything.
Dude, and especially when this is the biggest.
Yeah,
this is the biggest bill we're passing as far as money is concerned. That's
a good point
Congress
you made, huh?
Is deciding. Yeah, and people need to realize, guys, this money is your money. This is all U.S. taxpayer money. Some bunch of guys are deciding what to do with your money. Don't you at least want them to be there to decide?
Not even that, man. It's like they're not even, people don't understand. When you're pumping this type of money, the type of thing that's going on right now is not just like, oh, you're taking my money. This is like affecting how what your money is going to even mean in the future. You know what I mean?
Correct.
That's
correct.
Like,
whether your money will mean anything or not. Yeah, whether it just becomes paper.
Yep. Well,
whether you're right.
Well put. Yep.
Yes. It becomes Iraq, where children are selling U.S. dollars for dirhams or something like that, because in Iraq, that's what happened. Children were selling Iraqi currency for $1. You could get thousands of those slips of paper, which was just 24 hours ago, was money. And it was just, what do you call that? Just recycling paper.
Mm-hmm. So this guy, can Rep. Massie, can he actually make this, can he hold out and force this to...
Yes.
Wait, how? Why? Why can he be like, hey guys, we all need to vote? Or through what mechanism?
Any member can ask for a vote. It's a simple mechanism. Any member can say, all right, I'm going to call a vote on this.
Mm-hmm.
The reason being, if we did not have that, then you could have a tyrannical government with absolutely no checks and balances within a certain branch. That's why you have 9 people on the Supreme Court. That's why even the president has a cabinet. That's why even though the president can act on his own on so many levels, he still has so many people in that executive branch. It's still an executive branch of government. There may be a head, and that's the uniqueness of the executive branch, that there's one supreme head there. But everywhere else, especially the judiciary and the Congress, you have many others. And these are the checks and balances within those branches. Now, there are other branches, because they're co-equal, they can fight against each other as well. For example, the judiciary can rule whether Congress was right, if they passed the laws, if the president did the right thing, and so on and so forth. That's the reason.
So the flip side, the flip side, or the counter argument to it, not counter argument, but I guess an issue is that you don't want to have all the congressmen come back from wherever they are, and they're all going to come and spread coronavirus to each other or something like that. We're going to get all the representatives sick.
Right. Okay. That can be managed, right? You can have Congress standing in a queue 10 feet apart, just like we go to Trader Joe's, wearing masks, and one by one they can go in, and we could have a public recording of this, and they can vote it.
So they can. They don't have to all be in there at once. You could do.
No, they don't. No. Well, you could find a way to do that. Yeah, you could find a way to do that. They were at least outside. Or you know what? Even better, you could have a few hundred microphones out in the open space. There is a lot. You've been to DC, right? With me, you've been to DC even more number of times than I have. There are many open spaces. You can have it outside, with everybody having those spaces. They could all be wearing respirators.
Well, that's what I mean. Do the rules provide for that? I mean, you're right. That would be to me, that would be sufficient, right? That would be a public vote, whatever. But do the rules provide for that, or do the members of Congress have to be in the chamber?
No, rules do not dictate. Rules do not dictate a place, because in time of war, if the place itself is bombarded, it does not stop Congress from ruling on votes. It doesn't stop anything. So wherever Congress is, and the Speaker is, the House Speaker and House of Representatives, that's a house. That's one camera, one chamber of Congress. Of Congress.
Right. And also the voting does not have to be simultaneous either. Like, everybody all at this moment, we're all going to vote.
Well, voting doesn't happen simultaneously anyways. Voting happens one by one. They start calling the names, the roll call, and they say yay, nay, yay, nay. And then in the end, they say we have 97 yeses and 57 no's or whatever.
That's what I mean, simultaneous, that everyone's there and it's all going through the roll call, right? I mean, does it ever happen, or can it be that it's spaced out?
You know what?
50 of us are going to vote now the other 50, now another 50.
Well, there may be a procedure where everybody has to witness each other's votes. You know what? You may be right about that, actually. You may be right about that. Now that I think about it,
that's what I want.
There may be a requirement for that, but again, there's a way around it. You can wear respirators and gloves and do this. This is not.
Yeah.
This is not. Right. This is not some.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Yeah. And everybody's whining.
We are not going to lose.
Gone.
Yeah, we're not going to lose any members to coronavirus. Not going to happen.
Right. And you know what? The American people are willing to take that chance. You know.
Yeah, but you know what I'm thinking though? You know what I'm thinking? Where are these missing Congress people? You think they're all in the United States where they belong, or some of them are vacationing somewhere?
That's a good question. You know, like, hey, we got to get out to our private island and get away from all these sick people and vacation, you know, for the time out. We did the bill. We got the money passed. Let's go to. Let's go to the.
Do we at least know the approximate location of these guys? Are they here? Are they in China? Already shaking hands and making deals?
Ooh, interesting point. Mm-hmm.
Are some in Africa saying, hey, out of the $12 billion, here's my company which does the same work. You better give me that contract.
Interesting point. Yeah,
I don't know where they are.
It's a good question to ask.
And that's why we should not be just joining the media or Trump or anybody in hanging Thomas Massie right now. This is not right. Do we know where these people are, what they're doing, whether they're shaking hands with the wrong people? What are they really doing? And why is this so difficult? The rest of America is doing everything.
Yep.
And we don't need all of them, do we?
Nope. Yeah, not all of them have to even vote, but you got to be accountable. Either you're president, not president, yay or nay.
Yeah. That's it.
Yep. You're doing a good thing, Representative Thomas Massie. Hang in there, right? Because there's going to be a lot of pressure. Everyone's going to be saying, let's see what happens today on the news. There's got to be, I bet you some people will say that he's doing the right thing.
I hope so.
Hopefully we'll hear some of those voices.
We are. So how many people are there in the House of Representatives? 435, right?
Right.
I think it's 435. And so to be a majority, they will need more than what, 200?
Whatever.
I don't know what the number is, 270, something like that. What's the majority? What's the...
240, 220, 230, something like that then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. They could all call, hey, I don't want to be there, you go, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm really wondering where
everybody is.
I really wonder where these guys are, though.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Are they in the United States serving you, or are they vacationing, or even worse?
Right. Get started on the deal. Working hard, like you said, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Deal makers. They're already working on. I mean, this is so pathetic that we actually have this stimulus bill that includes so many other things than the stimulus. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yep.
And people just don't care, man. Nobody's real. I mean, I know some people are talking about it, but there's no hue and cry about this.
Yeah.
There's more hue and cry about how Trump addressed a reporter, and then the reporter, how he gave it back to Trump. And then this whole
right,
comedy.
That's right. That's the headline, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
9 p.m.
they're being
onwards.
mean to each other. Right.
Yeah.
Politicians
9
being
p.m.
mean
onwards.
to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So 9 p.m. onwards, all these comedic geniuses are talking about this stuff. How mean these people are, as opposed to how efficient or inefficient these people are.
Yeah.
And people, I want to do a section of what we've learned through this whole process. This is 101 in civics. 101 in civics for America. How everything works out for everybody on top, and how a few things work out for everybody below them. How there still is a House of Lords and the remaining commoners, and how your life was reduced clamoring to obtain some toilet paper.
Yep.
That's the battle here. It was reduced to being a battle of toilet paper. But going back to Massie, I hope he sticks to his guns. I hope he forces Congress to do nothing special, but do their job.
Right. Good point, right. Nothing special. It's just your job.
Nothing special. And in the end, most of them are going to be financially benefited. They want to make a ton of money and not do the job. All we're saying is, we know you are skinning us. But can you at least be a little nice about it and just do your job? That's all we're saying. It will take you forever, Chase, to dissect this bill and actually follow the money.